Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is go time. My name is Todd Grisham. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
You tried to give me the slip, didn't you, my friend? There was no way I was going to miss this.
It's time for our tale of... It's King Ryan Garcia. They also call him Flash, fighting out of Los Angeles, California, some of the fastest hands in all of boxing. Vasily the...
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Victorville, California, here is the...
Not too many seats. We're expecting an all-out offensive display. Got him. Beautiful counter punch. Good counter punching. And he scores with the counter. So much firepower here. He threw a punch and just got countered. That jab misses. A lot of trash talk between these two fighters. Now it's time to put up or shut up.
Situations like this, Todd, will either make or break a fighter because the expectation from the thousands of people here, of the millions of people around the world, people like you and I sat here expecting everything and anything, can break a man or make a man.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Trying to land that jab. Misses with the straight left. Perfect counter shot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Garcia in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. On to the second round. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Counterpuncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
Counterpuncher is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
And he wasn't ready for that counterpunch. Good defense to block the hook. And shoot. A perfect counter lands. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. Won't give us a second to catch our breath. When are we going to see a jab from these two? There's a counter shot. Garcia in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
I see.
There's the bell to start round 3. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter shot. Throws the jab, but it doesn't score. Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. Punch, counter punch. Beautiful counter shot. Landing in these exchanges, judge is going to have a tough job.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Well done with that counter shot. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. And he misses with that straight left. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Garcia in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
You know, you've been in fights like that. When you think you come up though, ring away, you walk back to the
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt, you've got to get out there again. Be smart, be sharp. Don't be a fool, don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Defense is not an option for these two. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Oh my goodness, I want to see that one more time.
Where did that come from? What?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So back into the fray again, but how much do they have left?
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
We're at the halfway point. There's no doubt who's won this round so far.
Perfect game plan. The thing is, can anybody figure out what to do to change this? It's a perfect start.
He throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Good job stopping that uppercut. Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. Garcia in that last round. Let's see how the corner handles their fighter here after being dropped twice. Time for the 5th round. They've got to be feeling confident now after what happened last round.
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Through the straight left, but it won't score. Well, you know with featherweights, the hands are going to be flying. A lot of punch output.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you've hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Which fighter will say no mas? Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
How about that time counter shot? That jab doesn't find a home. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Garcia in that last round. I promise you. There's the bell to start round 6. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
That counter shot lands. Then step back for just a moment. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. That punch landed. Hey, it's the featherweight division. You're going to see a lot of speed in this fight.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. Both going for the KO. It's so obvious. Big shot, and down goes Garcia. I don't care how good your chin is, a punch like that, and you're going down.
Even I've got...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You still want it?
Talk about Garcia in that last round. Here we go, it's round 7. Is this the beginning of the end after 2 knockdowns last round?
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Not on twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
Good counter punch. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
And counter punch caught him, and finally he couldn't take anymore. And down goes Garcia. Now that is a massive knockdown. Let's take another look.
That's lights out right there.
They got knocked down but didn't stay down. Once again showing you how much grit and courage this fighter has.
He's up, but for how long? Look at that. On the heels, look at, there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. He just takes one more clear shot. A clean one. And he's out of there.
Pretty good start the first half of this round.
The corners must be so happy. Down to a T, play the plan out to a T. If they can pick up momentum and do this over and over and over again, they've got it.
Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. We enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display. Garcia in that last round. Well, this is a very important break here for this fighter. They've been knocked down twice.
It's not over yet.
And we enter the 8th round. They barely survived the last round after 2 knockdowns. Let's see what happens here.
2 knockdowns and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs would feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. You'd like to see more jabs. This fighter has been extremely aggressive so far, Johnny, but how do they keep it up over the distance of this fight?
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot.
And the kid goes down. Wow, that impact was incredible. Let's take another look at it.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
That will do it. They want no more. Well, the corner has thrown in the towel, and that will do it. The fighter not happy, but those are the rules.